my next kill. I'll make your life
Hey guys, Strider here with another pre-game analysis, and I'm going to try to keep this one a little bit shorter since the other ones have been really long. So on the red team, we have Katarina, Jax, Lee Sin, Graves, and Blitzcrank, versus the blue team. We have Shaco, Riven, Janna, Kog'Maw, and Karthus. So starting right along mid lane, we have Katarina versus Karthus. Katarina does main mid, so does the Karthus. Karthus has 650 games with Karthus at a 63% win ratio, which is ridiculous. I mean, you see, there's a lot of experience with Karthus and a huge win ratio. Katarina, she has about 80 games played with Katarina, which is still a lot of games, and 72.5% win ratio. And that is also extremely good. This could go either way, but I think just because of Karthus' global map presence for his damage and his ultimate, I'm going to go ahead and give that lane to the blue team. So next is top lane. We have Jax versus the Riven. Jax mains top lane, and so does Riven, although Riven has played 60% of her games or more in top lane, and Jax has only played anywhere between 10 and 35% top lane. Jax has only played his champion about 35 times at 50% win ratio, and Riven's played, oh my god, Riven's been played by this champion, best Riven NA, that kind of makes sense, almost 280 times at 65.7% win ratio. I'm definitely going to give that top lane to the Riven. She's obviously very confident with Riven, since the name is best Riven NA, and playing Riven with that much experience and that much of a win ratio is absolutely insane. Next is going to be the jungle. So we're going to have Shaco versus the Lee Sin. The Lee Sin mains jungle, but the Shaco mains caster. That is going to be an interesting match. That and Lee Sin just inherently counter Shaco because he has the ability to see invisible people. The Lee Sin has played Lee Sin about 140 times at 59% win ratio, and this person has played Shaco about 60 times with a 60% win ratio. And 60 games is still a lot of games, but not maining jungle is going to give him a little bit of a disadvantage. And 59 to 66% win ratio, it's a pretty big percentage difference, but once you get into games that are that high, it's really difficult to say. I'll probably give this one to Lee Sin just because of the matchup itself. So bottom lane we have Graves and Blitzcrank versus Kog'Maw and Janna. And I think Graves and Blitzcrank is both deceptively tanky, but Graves mains jungle while Kog'Maw mains AD carry. This is going to be a huge disadvantage, and Graves has only played Graves 11 times with a 45% win ratio, and Kog'Maw has played him 170 times with a 61.99% win ratio. So just off the AD carries, I'm definitely going to give the bottom lane to the blue team. And Janna, she mains top. She's played about 20 games with a 71% win ratio, which is huge. But the Blitzcrank has won 100% of his games with Blitz at 4 games played. I really think they should have switched the Graves to Blitzcrank as far as AD carry. Just because he's... I don't know, actually. It's hard to say. He mains AD carry, but he's played less than 10% of the games. Or he's played less than 10% of the games in his current role. So it's very interesting. But if you add up all the wins and losses among both teams, for the red team, they have a 62.08% chance of winning, which is really high. And the blue team has a 64.18% chance of winning, which is also extremely high. And they also have a lot more games played and ranked. So I'm going to give this win to the blue team. I'm going to side with the stats. So let's go ahead and jump at the game and see what we can find out. Hey everybody, Strider's back, and today I'm actually doing a daily double. So lucky you guys. I was just really pumped up after last game, and I really wanted to watch another one, so I decided to just record it anyway. But this should be a very interesting match. I really like the Statue of Karthus skin. It's probably one of my favorites. And of course, we get another Shaco. Vileroze is really, really, really talented, and he's playing the very aggressive Shaco that I personally really like to see, which is the Smite Ignite. So he could possibly do quite a bit of counter jungling. The only thing I'm still very worried against is anytime Shaco goes up against a Lee Sin. And they're both a Monomaniac, or at least they have the Monomaniac tag. But they didn't queue together. They're on opposite teams, jungling against each other. I'm interested to see who's going to come out on top. I hope it's Vileroze, but I don't see that happening with the Lee Sin. Just saying that from the front. Just based off, Lee Sin can see invisible people because he can't see at all. Apparently not being able to see at all enables you to see invisible people. It's pretty awesome. It's a pretty cool skill. I never really knew that before. But the Blitzcrank and Graves lane is, of course, just a massive kill lane. Graves is pretty tanky. He's deceptively tanky just because of his passive True Grit. Blitzcrank is deceptively tanky because of his mana barrier. And so it's going to be difficult for the Kog'Maw Janna to really just full-on engage, but they have the range and the shield and the disengage from Janna and Kog'Maw together. Very strong combo. I'm very excited to see how that's going to happen. I don't know if... I think they're going to be able to withstand it for a while. Oh, box actually set up in this trap. 10 gold going down. It looks like who to go to. I think it went to the Lee Sin. Yeah, it did go onto the Lee Sin. 10 gold. He does have that one creep kill. But it doesn't look like Blitzcrank actually started with the masteries and... Uh-oh. Okay, so grab now coming out, the shield going on. Riven is able to get... She gets exhausted and flashes out of there. Now Lee Sin going in. Is he going to go down? Yes, Lee Sin actually goes down to the Shaco. Graves is able to pick up the Riven. And now it's just a disengaged fight. I think Shaco's going to be able to pick this. No, the Ignite isn't going to do enough. Uh-oh. And yes, the flash is going to come out from the Graves. They're going to have to go towards the top lane. Very dangerous. But that was a 1-for-1 exchange in favor of the blue team because they were able to get that that first blood just in the nick of time before the blue team got it. Or just before the red team got it. So great job by them. Although Shaco's going to have quite some problems here, but there is a Karthus there. Karthus is ridiculously good at single target creep killing. So great job by Karthus, just being able to provide the assistance that Shaco needs. Shaco does have first blood, and feeding Shaco early is terrifying. But again, I still think he's going to have problems with Lee Sin. As far as bottom lane goes, it's very interesting. I think if either of them get grabbed, since neither of them have a getaway maneuver, they're probably dead. And that's almost what always happens when you get grabbed anyway, but I think it's even more so for a Janna Kog'Maw combo. If they get grabbed, it's pretty much you're dead. I don't think there's anything they can do about that. Janna and Kog'Maw both still have their flash, but Blitzcrank does not, and neither does Graves. So that's the only thing I'm worried about them. They don't have their flash, so they're wide open for ganks from Shaco, and that's going to be a really good tool for Shaco to know. So hopefully he figures it out. Lee Sin has come out top 4 the gank, and is it going to go down? Riven's trying to bush juke. She jumps around like a rabbit, and she avoids the stun by flashing. Oh no, sorry, somebody else flashed. Ooh, that flash come out for him. Jax flashed, which was interesting. She turned around at the last second, and he flashed through her, and it didn't stun her, so it was a really good job. Shaco doing a ton of damage on this Katarina, but Katarina's going to be able to shoot away as she just shoot away with the flash as well. It's going to be a lot, and Shaco's now coming in again, once again. A lot of damage coming out, and yes, Shaco's able to pick up the kill, but now Lee Sin, uh-oh, I'm really worried about this. He's super fast. He does actually avoid that Sonic Wave, so great job by Shaco being able to pick up that kill, and now that's 2 kills for Shaco. He's going to be very strong in this game. I can already foresee it. Lee Sin's only up by 1 creep kill, has 1 kill, 1 assist. Still pretty good, following up. Shaco's getting 2 Doran's Blades, so he's really working for the extra health, a little bit extra damage, a little bit extra lifesteal. It's going to make his early ganks that much stronger and that much more sustainable as well. And I think he really needs to go bottom. They need to push bottom extremely hard so that Red's creeps end up pushing him back, and then Shaco will be able to gank while both of their flashes are down. That's going to be the next most important thing, but it doesn't look like Shaco is actually going to do that. Oh, grab going down onto Kog'Maw. I don't know if Kog'Maw's going to be able to do this. A great exhaust going down onto Graves. Going to be able to withstand that. And the shield going off onto Kog'Maw, but Kog'Maw's not really going to do much at it besides last hit those minions. Uh-oh, Shaco's going around from the back. He didn't get spotted out by that ward, and a great job. He does do that 2 ship poison, and no, the leaping strike is going to go to his allied minions. He really jumped for that piggyback, so great job by Jax being able to get out of that without really losing much. It's weird how he backed off. He definitely didn't see it coming, except ward didn't pick him up because he deceived over the wall. Jax is now pinging out the Shaco. They know Shaco's there, and so Lee Sin is actually recalled. He doesn't quite know where Shaco's gonna be. Shaco's just gonna kind of roam through his jungle, just be very disruptive. Probably gonna throw a box in this bush. Actually, just throw a ward. Great play, great play. Unfortunately for him, the race weren't there. Katarina's now coming down mid, but there's a lot of action going. And, oh yes, the Defile from Karthus is going to kill. Oh my gosh, another great Skittle Bomb going down from Karthus. Doing a lot of damage to Katarina. And Kog'Maw gets ignited. Is he going to be able to survive this? The creeps are just absolutely destroying him. He goes down from the creeps. He just didn't get out of the way. And now, Kog'Maw is not going to be able to get a passive onto the Karthus. Karthus actually goes down, exchanges with... Oh man, and now, Wall of Pain going down, and is the Karthus ult going to come up and follow that? I don't know. He's actually not level 6 yet. I'm sorry, I thought Karthus was level 6. I apologize. Nobody's level 6 yet. Very, very close. I think if he would have been level 6, he definitely would have picked up, probably provided a lot more than his presence. That teleport from Karthus, so deadly. It really, really helped his team. It was kind of still an even exchange. In the long run, it wasn't extremely useful, but they did get a little bit further ahead. So it's 10k gold versus the 8.6. They're about 1.5k ahead at this early on in the game. It's not bad at all. Beggars can't be choosers, and they're definitely not beggars because they are freaking winning. Graves is pushing really, really hard with this Blitzcrank. The Blitzcrank is going to go for a grab, and that was a complete miss. He also takes a tower shot in the meantime, and takes a lot of harassment out in the end as well. A great job by Kog'Maw being able to do that. And yes, it looks like the new thing now is leveling up that rocket grab just to get that a little bit of cooldown reduction on it. Karthus is pinged out, but nothing is going to happen. I thought they were going to try to sandwich him in there, but it just didn't happen. Katarina was not really in the position to where she felt comfortable doing that. Anyone standing in one spot against a Karthus is going to be going down incredibly fast. And now Shaco's going in, trying to get this blue buff off onto Karthus. Katarina is really going to notice right when he leaves. And yes, the cannon mini will go down to Karthus, and he's just going to pick this up right now. And a great job by Karthus picking up that blue buff. He's going to come back in the lane. Super, super strong. He has the cooldown reduction, has the extra mana regen, plus the Defile mana regen. And now, Lee Sin. Is he going top? It looks like he's going top. I think he's going to go in for this kill once again. Riven is kind of low, but Jax is not in the position. He's actually not even here. Very unfortunate. Lee Sin looks like he's just going to safeguard. Not really going to throw on too much harass. He doesn't want to risk it. Most definitely it'd be a bad idea. Oh no, Kog'Maw gets grabbed and a collateral damage coming out. Summoner heal now going out. Requiem trying to push him off. Monsoon now coming out. He was ignited, but he was able to heal up quite a bit from the Monsoon and the Summoner heal. And that is a lot of healing going down. The Requiem just didn't quite do enough damage. Jax almost took no damage from that. And now, the Counter-Strike able to stun the Riven. And Riven is going to go down from the last hit on his ultimate. So the Grandmaster's Might, that third hit, is just so strong. Able to absolutely rip through that Riven. Great job. That's the second time he's gone for the flash stun. And that time it actually worked. So very, very well paid off. The other time Riven kind of juked him pretty heavily, and it was kind of embarrassing. Now Graves is going really close to going down. He does have his flash up, so if he's in any real danger, he can use his flash. Shaco is now going for this dragon, but he's being pinged out by the red team. And now, yes, Shaco is going to go for the constant backstab procs, and that is going to be incredibly powerful. They're going to take this out before red team can even react to it, really. And, oh my gosh, Katarina's ult goes down. Almost picks up the Shaco. Shaco's pretty low, but he is going to be able to get away with this. And the hook from Blitzcrank actually misses. And now, Shaco's just trying to get out of there as much as possible. And Lee Sin just wasn't able to follow up. Very unfortunate. And now, Karthus is all by himself, just kind of in the middle. puts down his Defile, able to pick that up with the help of Kog'Maw pretty much instantly. And Karthus just chased a little bit too far for his own good. Very unfortunate play of events, but overall, you know, it's been staying straight on kills, and blue team was able to pick up the dragon. So overall, it definitely went into blue team's favor. They are about 3k gold ahead now at 10 minutes in the game, which is quite a bit, and a very early Elixir of Brilliance going down on the Katarina. Wow, a huge engage going down. Riven is going on too, but oh, she's actually taking damage because Jax was ignited, and I don't think she's thrown out her ultimate yet. There we go. I was interested to see why she didn't throw that earlier. Oh, now it looks like Shaco's going down really hard onto this cat. Cat has her shoot, but she's gonna be able to get away. And now the double bust from Kog'Maw is just proving to be too much damage. With the teleport coming in from Karthus, this is a lot of pressure on bottom lane, and a Great Flash coming out from Blitzcrank is just not going to be enough. And now, yes, Karthus is just going to continue to go back into mid. Wonderful teleport gank coming out from Karthus, and great job by Janna just always being able to have a ward in one of these bushes. And Blitzcrank really needs to start throwing down some pink wards to counteract that teleport gank. So if they don't have any wards there, there's no way you can teleport gank. I mean, of course, now it doesn't really matter because it's on a huge cooldown. Yeah, it's 300-second cooldown, which is absolutely ridiculous, but he still needs to make sure he has that counter ward there. And the Requiem now coming out. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Yes, it is enough. The safeguard from Lee Sin actually not going down onto the Graves, which is interesting because he's right next to him, but maybe he wasn't quite in range. He looked really close. And now, Lee Sin's going in really hard. I don't know if that was a good idea. A lot of CC going down from the Janna now. And Janna's going to be able to pick up the kill. The Monsoon coming out. Janna does not quite get in position. She gets hooked and not power-fisted. But, and now I think Katarina is going to be able to pick up this kill relatively easy. No! Katarina is going down from the huge onslaught damage coming out from Karthus and Kog'Maw. And now the ultimate Bio Arcane Barrage and the Living Artillery from Kog'Maw is just proving to be a way too huge of a combo. Great job by Karthus picking up a double kill. That was 7 kills, 2 assists, or 2 deaths, and 5 assists with 69 creep kills. Right now, Riven has a ton, and now, collateral damage going down on the Graves. Graves is doing a huge amount of damage, is able to pick up the kill, and now the Kog'Maw is, Kog'Maw is going to do a ton of damage. Auto attacks now coming on to Graves. And I don't know if he's going to be able to get out of this, but I don't know if Karthus is either. And the creeps take him out. Very unfortunate, but in the meantime, up top, Riven was able to take on the Jax. Jax gets the Counter-Strike attack onto him, but Riven has her ultimate up, and it's going to do a ton of damage. He's going to reduce a lot of that damage from his ultimate. Oh, this is such a close battle. But Riven does have that Vamp Scepter and the 2 Doran's Blades to really help out that lifesteal. Jax just has those 2 Doran Shield to help with the auto attacks, or help reduce damage from auto attacks. I think if he had Doran's Blades, Jax would probably have come out on top on that particular battle. So it's very unfortunate, but both members of the teams at top lane are building relatively the same type of items. Yeah, he also picks up that longsword. The only thing that's really different is the difference between the actual Doran's items, the Vamp Scepter, instead of a Ruby Crystal. But now Riven has a Brutalizer. That is very, very, very good on Riven. Riven's going to be able to chew through his armor just a little bit more now. When he just does not have his ultimate on, it's not going to be a good sign for him, that is for sure. So great job by Riven. Riven actually going towards mid. And the tower's already down, so I'm not exactly sure what they're trying to do since Karthus is also right there. It looks like she's just taking all of Karthus' creep kills, which works, I suppose. She doesn't have any wards, so she wasn't going to ward. It's a very interesting way to travel, but she does have a huge CS lead. She's at 113 versus Jax's 76. So she's already up by about 40 creep kills. Katarina's doing a ton of damage. Katarina has 100 creep kills versus Karthus' 70. I don't think I've seen a Karthus get shut down that bad, especially by Katarina. Very interesting. But then again, Karthus has 8 kills and 5 assists, so the gold difference is absolutely huge, and 2 gold per 10 items, so Karthus has 6,800 gold as opposed to Katarina's 4,100. It's basically 1.5 of Katarina's gold. It's really impressive. But now Lee Sin's going top. He's in position for a lane gank. Is it going to happen? Is Riven going to get baited into that? That is the next series of questions. It looks like she does use her spells to close the distance. Jax is not able to get the stun. Very unfortunate. He didn't flash that time for the stun, but it's very possible that they might just take this tower. Now, since there's still 2 members of the red team, it's going to do a lot of damage. And now, wow, Riven doing a ton of damage onto that Lee Sin, but she's going to go down from the Jax. Jax now has double buffs, and that is not going to be good times. While the meantime, everything happens mid. A great grab going down on the Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw tries to get away. He's exhausted, taking tower shots. He gets power fisted. I don't know if he's going to be able to get out of this, but he is doing a ton of damage. Karthus comes in from behind with that teleport, able to pick up the kill on the Graves. And now Shaco's coming in with his clone, trying to pick that up. Katarina's now in, throws down her ultimate. There's no way to stop her at this point. The ultimate goes down onto him. And now, yes, Karthus's Skittle Bombs are going to be able to pick that up without any problems. And now there's a double buff on both Karthus and Shaco. This is scary, but there's also a pair of double buffs at top. So the only thing we can really get from this particular game so far is that the buffs are being passed around like STDs. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. 3 sets of double buffs right now. That's not something you see often. And now blue team is going off really hard onto this dragon, but now it looks like Karthus is going directly on. And now Kog'Maw's going on to the Graves. Karthus is zoning out 3 members. Karthus is going to go down relatively quickly if he stays in that position, but he's going to die in a perfect position. Yes, and he does die in a perfect position. He throws down the Rectum. It's getting a lot of damage. Hits Katarina for quite a bit. Shaco is still there. He gets off the Deceive, throws down the 2-shift poison, and he's going to dodge all of those auto attacks. Jax jumps onto the Janna, picks up the kill easily. Very unfortunate. Janna should have just kept backing off, but she just gave herself up for a kill that was probably already going to happen. In the meantime, the blue minions actually take down top tower, so great job by the blue team being able to provide a big enough creep wave to just push that tower down. It's pretty low to begin with. Now a Zeke's Herald. Wow, that's awesome. The Zeke's Herald going down on Janna, that's really going to help the Kog'Maw. It's going to give him 12% lifesteal and 20% attack speed. And Kog'Maw already has a Phantom Dancer, which I don't think that was the best choice when Jen is building a Zeke's Herald. I think he could have done with either just the Zeal or just kind of skip it entirely. That Zeke's Herald is going to make up for a lot of that. So right now he's going to have bonus like 75% attack speed, which is huge. And then when he presses his W and activates his Bioarcane Barrage, it's going to be even more ridiculous.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And another tower from the red team gets destroyed. Very unfortunate. Blue team is really taking a commanding lead. They're up 11,000 gold at this point, just absolutely smashing them. Let's see, Riven has 145 creep kills versus Jax 112. That's, again, like a 35 kill creep lead, and that is pretty massive. Shaco's coming in on the gank. He does get the backstab. The 2-shift poison is going to ignite the Graves, and Graves throws collateral damage, and going to go down from the living artillery from that Kog'Maw, doing an absolute ridiculous amount of damage. So great job by that Shaco. He's providing so much pressure in this game. He has the boots of mobility, just doing so much damage. Now, it looks like they're just kind of jumping around as much as possible. Riven gets grabbed by the Blitz, gets down. She's not able to do anything. Throws down her ultimate. She is exhausted. She does get a kill with Shaco, gets the other one. And holy cow, that Riven does a lot of damage. She just picked up her BF sword, and now she's not messing around. Oh man, this is very dangerous for the red team. I don't know what their morale is like, but I'm assuming it's very, very low. Yeah, this is not going to be good in the long run. But Karthus mid, he already has a Rod of Aegis, 2 gold for 10 items, and he's working really, really close. Almost has that Zhonya's Hourglass. He should be able to get that pretty close at almost 19 minutes, so wonderful job. Katarina coming in for the ult. Shaco looks like he is already shopping, and now the Deceive coming out from Shaco, and the Void Ooze coming out from the Kog'Maw, being able to prevent her from doing any more. And now the Engager Riven onto this Graves, absolutely demolishing him. Wow, Graves is getting ripped apart by every member of the opposing team. blue team is just really targeting this Graves. Graves is 3-7-0 with 92 CS, as opposed to his counterpart Kog'Maw at 4-2-11 with 121 CS. Now Blitzcrank getting caught out. Does flash over. Now is the Rec Room going to come out after the mana barrier is down? Yes, the Rec Room does come out. And oh my gosh, the mana barrier was not quite out in time. And the living artillery, no, Riven actually picks that up. And she gets a double kill. Oh my gosh, she almost kills this cat as well. But she does end up going down by the Jax. Jax is going to get exhausted by the Janna. And Janna throws that tornado, almost hits the Katarina to kill her. Now the double buff's going on to Shaco. And this is just an absolute massacre at this point. Riven's doing a phenomenal job. And a Tiamat, oh my gosh, coming out from Shaco. And a lot of people say it's a terrible item. It's arguably a terrible item, but it's really good for pushing, especially with the Shaco and the Rose Lantern. And oh my gosh, that Graves just running into every single death. But for the damage you get from it, and the other stats being the health and the mana regen, it's actually extremely cost efficient. It's one of the most cost efficient items in the game. It just doesn't build into anything, so that's why it's kind of overlooked a majority of the time. It's surprising to see somebody pick it up, though. It really, really is. But he's going to be able to push towers so quickly, especially with his hallucination. And now Shaco is just going to let his clone die, take out those other creeps. And as you can see, his auto attacks are doing splash damage, so every single one of his attacks is a built-in cleave now. Doesn't do as much damage, but still is 50%. And I think with that Wriggles, it will proc as well. Or it will be 50% of the proc anyway. And a great dragon kick coming out from Lee Sin, but it gets feared into the box. A great box placement coming out from Shaco. There's just no one able to pick that up. Riven gets grabbed through the wall. She is going to have to ultimate and go directly onto that. Oh my gosh, goes down almost instantly. And now Riven is absolutely ripping through. She does finally go down from the Jax. And now Kog'Maw picks up the Katarina. And Jax is all by himself at this point. Needs to run away from both the Karthus. Gets Leap Strike onto the Lee Sin, and now a ton of damage going down onto the Lee Sin. Yes, Kog'Maw is able to pick that up without any problems. He has that double buff. It's just, oh my gosh, ridiculous. Fed Kog'Maw. Oh, Jax is coming up. He really wants. He flashes to his stun, is able to pick it up. And now, the passive of Kog'Maw is going to be able to pick up double kill coming out from the Jax. Wonderful job, and I don't think that anything else is going to happen. No, the Rec Room is not quite on cooldown, but the auto attacks from Shaco are going to do the hallucinate. Yes, and he's definitely going to go down just from the auto attacks from the hallucination. Yes, and that does pick it up. Great clone micro control coming out from that Shaco, getting that passive backstab procs. Absolutely wonderful. And now collateral damage from the Graves going right onto that clone. Great job at Shaco, just being able to waste people's times and their abilities, and that is going to be extremely powerful once that Graves does not have collateral damage for later on in the fights. Now that Riven is back up and she's also pushing, they really need to go back and buy. It looks like, yeah, they do have quite a bit of gold. Janna has 1,400 gold, Riven has 1,000, and Shaco has 2,200. I don't know what Shaco is going to be saving up for at this point. He might just be going for that Phantom Dancer and then something else, or he might just be going for a straight up BF item. I don't really know, but he is going to definitely take down this dragon without too many problems. That attack speed slow that comes up from the dragon is severely underestimated. If you don't have the correct person taking it, it's going to take a very, very long time for the jungler to take it, because they need those auto attacks in order to get the procs from the Wriggles or just Madrid's Razor in general. It looks like Jax didn't get stunned at all from that wall, which is very interesting. And the stun going off on two of them, and now a lot of damage going down onto Janna. She's not going to go down, but holy cow, the Kog'Maw is doing so much damage. The living artillery almost cleans it up, but the safeguard from Lee Sin is going to be able to save it up and back them off as well. And a grab going down on the Kog'Maw with the Power Fist and the Silence. It's not going to be able to do anything, and now it's just the barrage of auto attacks coming in from Kog'Maw, and the Skittle Bombs from Karthus, and that Lay Waste on single targets does so much damage. And now Lee Sin going really close to dying. The Requiem picks up the kill. Great team coordination with the blue team. Holy crap. And the red team is completely backed up. 24 minutes in, they're at their Nexus towers, really trying to prevent this from going down, but now the clone from Shaco is going to do so much damage. Riven doing a ridiculous amount, being able to pick up that Graves without any problems. And again, they're just going to pull this game out without any problems. Jax comes in, and they are able to pick up. Oh my gosh, a lot of damage going on. Katarina tries to do as much damage as she can. She does ult, but unfortunately, the Zombies Hourglass comes out first. And that was a phenomenal game. Just a lot of talent all around. Coming out from both teams. Primarily the blue team. Their coordination was absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe they were able to do that. It almost seemed like they were playing with the red team. Very unfortunate, but overall just wonderful game. Congratulations to the blue team. GG to the red team. And again, if you guys like my videos, please click this giant subscribe button in the middle of the screen. If you want to see any previous videos I've done, it should be up here. If you want to see any next videos, it should be this next video button right here. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. And again, if you guys are going to go to finals, let me know, and we'll catch up. We'll grab a drink or go to dinner or something. We'll do something with something. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.